Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Conversation Academy. I am Emma, and I am so happy to see you all here today.
And I am Alex. Welcome to the channel, everyone. We are really glad you could join us for another session of English conversation practice.
That is right, Alex. Today we have a very interesting topic to talk about. It is something that affects almost everyone these days. We are going to talk about social media addiction.
Oh, wow. That is a big one, Emma. I think we all struggle with that at least a little bit, don't we?
I know I certainly do. Sometimes I look at my phone for just 1 minute, and then suddenly an hour has passed. It is like a time machine.
I know exactly what you mean. It happens to the best of us. But before we get into the deep stuff, how are you doing today? How has your week been so far?
My week has been quite good. Thank you for asking. I have been trying to spend more time outdoors, actually. I went for a long walk in the park yesterday.
Oh, really? That sounds lovely. Was the weather nice?
It was beautiful. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. It was so much better than staring at a screen all day.
I can imagine. I should try to do that more often, too. My morning was a bit different. I spent way too much time scrolling through my newsfeed before I even got out of bed.
Oh no, that is exactly what we are talking about today. The morning scroll. It is such a hard habit to break, isn't it?
It really is. I promised myself I wouldn't do it. But as soon as my alarm went off, I just reached for the phone. I can't believe I did it again.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Alex. These apps are designed to keep us hooked. They want us to stay as long as possible.
That is so true. They are very clever. So, Emma, when did you first realize that social media was becoming a bit too much for you?
I think it was a few months ago. I was out at dinner with some close friends, and I realized that everyone at the table was looking at their phones instead of talking to each other.
Oh my, that is so sad. But it is so common now. It feels like we are together, but we are not really present.
Exactly. I felt so lonely even though I was surrounded by people. That was a big wake-up call for me.
I had a similar moment with my family. My sister was trying to tell me a story about her day, and I was busy checking likes on a photo I had just posted. She finally just stopped talking and walked away.
Oh, wow, that must have felt terrible. Did you apologize?
I did. I felt so guilty. I realized that a digital like from a stranger was not more important than my sister's voice.
That is a very powerful realization. It is funny how we crave attention from people we don't even know, while ignoring the people who actually love us.
It is a strange world we live in now. Haha. So, Emma, what are some of the apps that take up most of your time?
For me, it is definitely the photo sharing apps. I love looking at beautiful pictures of travel and home decor. I can get lost in them for hours.
I am more of a video scroller myself. I start watching one funny cat video, and then 2 hours later, I am watching a tutorial on how to build a house in the woods.
Ha ha ha. That is funny. I have been there too. The algorithm really knows what we like. It just keeps feeding us more and more.
It really does. But I have noticed that after a long time on social media, I don't actually feel happy. I feel kind of tired and anxious.
I agree 100%. There is even a term for it. It is called comparisonitis. We see everyone else's highlight reels and we feel like our lives are boring.
Oh, that is a great word. Comparisonitis. I definitely suffer from that. I see people on vacation or eating fancy food, and I look at my sandwich and feel sad.
But we have to remember that social media isn't real life. It is just the best parts of someone's life. Nobody posts pictures of their messy house or their bad days.
That is so true. But our brains forget that when we are scrolling, We just see the perfection and we feel like we are failing.
So, Alex, have you tried any specific tricks to reduce your screen time lately?
Well, I tried putting my phone in another room while I am working. It helps a little bit, but I still find myself walking to the other room just to check it.
Oh, I have done that too. It is like an itch you have to scratch. I have started setting a timer on my apps. So, after 30 minutes, the app just closes.
Really? Does it actually work? Or do you just enter the password to get more time?
Haha, okay, you caught me. Sometimes I do add more time, but at least it makes me aware of how much time I am wasting.
Awareness is the first step. I suppose, but I also tried turning off all my notifications. That has been a huge help.
Oh, that is a big one. The little red circles and the pings are so distracting. They are like little voices calling our names.
Yes, and as soon as I hear a notification, my brain stops focusing on whatever I'm doing. It is so much quieter now without them.
I think it is also important to find other hobbies that don't involve a screen, like you mentioned your gardening before, or me with my walking.
Definitely. I found that when I am busy with my hands, like when I am cooking a big meal, I don't even think about my phone.
That is wonderful. What did you cook recently?
I made a big pot of spicy chili last night. It took a couple of hours, and I didn't check my phone once during that time.
Wow, I am impressed. And I bet the chili tasted better because you were focused on it.
It really did. And it felt so relaxing to just be in the kitchen with some music playing.
Speaking of music, do you use social media to find new music? Or do you use other ways?
I still use some social media for that, but I try to follow artists instead of just scrolling the general feed. It feels more intentional that way.
Intentional. That is a great word. I think that is the key to a healthy relationship with technology, using it for a purpose, not just out of boredom.
Exactly. If I go on to find a specific recipe, that is fine. But if I go on because I have 5 minutes of silence, that is where the trouble starts.
Yes, we are afraid of silence now, aren't we? We feel like we always have to be consuming something.
We do, we have lost the art of just sitting and thinking, or just people watching at a cafe.
I went to a cafe the other day, and I forced myself to leave my phone in my bag. It felt very strange at first. I felt like I was missing something.
Did the feeling go away after a while?
It did. After about 10 minutes, I started noticing the smell of the coffee and the way the light was coming through the window. It was actually very peaceful.
That sounds lovely. I think I would be too nervous to do that. I would be worried that someone was trying to call me.
But usually, it is never an emergency, is it? It is usually just a funny meme or an advertisement.
Haha, you are right. It is almost never an emergency. We just tell ourselves that so we can keep the phone near us.
My cousin recently did a digital detox for a whole week. She turned off her phone and went to a cabin in the woods.
Oh, wow, the whole week. I don't think I could survive that. Did she like it?
She loved it. She said that by the third day. Her brain felt so much clearer. She started reading books again and drawing, and
I miss reading books. I used to read so much before I got a smartphone. Now I find it hard to focus on a long story.
that is a very common problem. Social media has trained our brains to want short, fast bits of information. We have lost our attention span.
It is a bit scary when you think about it. We are changing the way our brains work just for some cat videos and travel photos.
It is. But the good news is that we can train our brains back. We just have to be patient and practice.
Like we always say with English, it takes practice and time. You can't just change overnight.
Exactly. So maybe tonight we can both try to put our phones away an hour before bed.
That sounds like a great challenge. I will try my best. but I might need you to check on me tomorrow to see if I succeeded.
Haha. Deal? I will send you a message. Wait, no. I should call you, or just ask you next time we film.
Haha. Yes, let's not use an app to check if we stayed off the apps. That would be funny.
It really would. So, Alex, do you think social media has any good points, or is it all bad?
Oh, it definitely has good points. I mean, it allows us to stay in touch with friends who live far away, and it is a great way to learn new things.
I agree. I have learned so much about photography and cooking from social media. It is a wonderful tool if you use it correctly.
And for our English learners, there are so many great accounts that help with grammar and vocabulary, like ours.
Of course, social media can be a classroom if you want it to be. The problem is just when it becomes a mindless habit.
Mindless, yeah, that is the perfect word. We become like robots, just scrolling and scrolling without even thinking.
I sometimes find myself scrolling through the same feed twice, like I have already seen all the posts, but I just keep going.
Oh my, I do that too. Wait, I saw this 3 minutes ago. Why am I still here?
Ha ha ha. It is because the apps are designed to give us a little hit of dopamine every time we see something new. So we keep looking for that next hit.
Dopamine. That is the chemical in our brain that makes us feel good. Right?
Yes, it is the reward chemical, and social media is very good at triggering it.
So we are basically like little lab mice pushing a button for a treat.
Ha 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 ha. In a way, yeah, we are. It is a bit humbling to think about it that way.
It really is. So besides the timer and the notifications, do you have any other advice for our viewers who feel like they might be addicted?
I think finding a buddy to talk to about it is helpful, like we're doing now. It makes you feel less alone in the struggle.
That is a great point. And also, maybe try to delete one app that you don't really need.
Oh, that is a tough one, but very effective. I deleted a shopping app last month because I was spending too much money while scrolling.
Wow, that is a double win. You saved time and money. I should delete that game I play. It doesn't even make me happy. It just passes the time.
If it doesn't bring you joy, delete it. That is a good rule for your phone and your life.
I like that. If it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. Okay. I am going to do it as soon as we finish this conversation.
I believe in you, Alex. You can do it. And for everyone watching, maybe you can try to delete one app today, too.
Yes, let us know in the comments if you do it. We can all support each other.
It is also helpful to have phone-free zones in your house, like the dining table or the bedroom.
I have heard that keeping the phone out of the bedroom helps you sleep much better.
It really does. The blue light from the screen tells your brain to stay awake. It is much better to read a paper book before bed.
I am going to try to buy a real alarm clock, so I don't have to use my phone as an alarm. That way I won't be tempted to check it first thing in the morning.
That is a brilliant idea. I did that last year and it changed my mornings completely. I feel so much more peaceful now when I wake up.
I can imagine. Instead of seeing 1,000 pieces of news and photos, you just see the sunlight and hear the birds.
Exactly. It is a much gentler way to start the day, and it sets a better tone for everything else.
So, Emma, do you think younger people have it harder with social media addiction than we do?
Oh, definitely. They have never known a world without it. For them, their social life is completely tied to their phones.
That must be so much pressure, always having to look perfect and be available.
I worry about my younger cousins sometimes. They get so upset if their post doesn't get enough likes. It is like their self-esteem is connected to a number on a screen.
That is so sad. We need to teach them that they are valuable regardless of what happens online.
We do, But it is hard when the whole world is telling them something else. We have to lead by example.
You are right. If they see us putting our phones away and enjoying real life, they might follow our lead.
I hope so. It is a big challenge for the next generation. But I think people are starting to realize the dangers now.
Yes, there are more and more documentaries and articles about it. People are waking up.
It is funny how we invented something to connect us. And now we have to find ways to disconnect from it.
Haha. The irony of life. But I guess that is how progress works. We move forward, and then we have to adjust.
Speaking of adjusting, I have been trying to use my phone for more creative things, like taking photos of flowers and then trying to draw them.
Oh, that is a lovely way to use technology for good. It turns a passive activity into an active one.
Exactly. I feel much better when I am creating something rather than just consuming.
I should use my phone to learn a new language. I have an app for that, but I haven't opened it in weeks.
Ha ha ha! Well, now is a great time to start. Even 10 minutes a day is better than nothing.
You are right. I will replace my mindless scrolling with 10 minutes of language learning.
That is a perfect trade. Your future self will thank you for it.
I hope so. My future self will probably be much smarter too.
Ha ha ha. Definitely. So, Alex, do you find that your friends get annoyed if you don't reply to their messages immediately?
Some of them do. Yeah, they see the little blue check marks and they wonder why I am not typing back.
That is another form of social media stress. The pressure to be constantly available.
It is. But I have started telling people that I only check my messages a few times a day. If it is urgent, they should call me.
That is a good boundary to set. It teaches people how to treat you and your time.
It was hard at first. I felt like I was being rude, but now I feel so much more free.
I think most people actually respect it because they probably wish they could do the same thing.
True, we are all looking for permission to slow down, aren't we?
We are, and we have to give that permission to ourselves. Nobody else is going to do it for us.
That is a very deep thought, Emma. We are the masters of our own time.
We are, even if it doesn't always feel like it when the phone is buzzing in our pocket.
The buzzing is like a tiny person tapping on our shoulder. Hey, look at me. Look at me.
Ha ha ha. Yeah. And we have to learn to say, and not now, I am busy living my life.
I love that. Not now. I am busy living my life. That should be a bumper sticker.
Ha ha ha. Or a phone wallpaper to remind us every time we pick it up.
I might actually make that my wallpaper. It is a great reminder.
So, Alex, do you have any fun plans for the weekend that don't involve social media?
I am going to go hiking with a few friends. We are going to a place where there is no cell phone service.
Oh, wow. That sounds perfect. Total disconnection.
I am actually really looking forward to it. No emails, no notifications, just trees and fresh air.
That sounds heavenly. Make sure to take some deep breaths for me, too.
I will. And what about you? What are you doing this weekend?
I am going to visit my grandmother. She doesn't even know what social media is, so it is always a very grounding experience to be with her.
Grandmothers are the best for that. Like, they just want to know if you were hungry and how your day was.
Exactly. She just wants to sit on the porch and talk about the flowers and the neighbors. It is so simple and beautiful.
I miss my grandmother's stories. They always made the world feel so much bigger and slower.
They did. We have lost that sense of slow time. Everything is so fast now.
But we can choose to slow it down, like we are doing now with this conversation.
Yes? I have really enjoyed this chat, Alex. It has made me feel much more motivated to stay off my phone tonight.
Me too, Emma. It is always good to talk these things out with a friend. It makes the goals feel more real.
I think our viewers will feel the same way. Even just listening to a long conversation in English can be a form of slowing down.
That is a great point. It requires focus and patience, which are the opposite of social media scrolling.
So for everyone watching, if you have made it this far, you are already doing a great job of focusing your mind.
Yes, congratulations to all of you. You are building your attention span and your English skills at the same time.
It is a win-win situation. So, Alex, before we finish, do you have any final words of wisdom for our students?
I would just say, don't be afraid to be bored. Boredom is often where the best ideas come from.
Oh, I love that. Boredom is the birthplace of creativity. Ha, that is so true.
When our minds are constantly filled with other people's thoughts, there is no room for our own.
That is a perfect way to end the conversation. Let's all try to make some room for our own thoughts today.
I agree. Thank you so much for this talk, Emma. It was really helpful.
Thank you, Alex. It was a pleasure as always.
And thank you to everyone at home for joining us at English Conversation Academy.
We hope you found this useful and that it helps you on your journey to learn English and to be more mindful.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to hear more conversations like this.
We have plenty more topics coming up soon, so stay tuned.
Have a wonderful phone-free evening, everyone.
Yes. Take care of yourselves and enjoy the real world.
Goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next video.